Hey, what's up guys? My name is Sicsen and today we're going to be talking about Life is Strange Before the Storm episode 2. If you guys remember, I did a similar kind of thing after episode 1 was released, and I did it with Allie. Unfortunately, she's not here today, so it's just gonna be me talking about it, but don't worry, I have quite a lot to say. Also, I'm sorry about my hair and like general appearance. I just took a shower and my hair doesn't really dry nicely, so I'm wearing a freaking hat. Anyway, Life is Strange Before the Storm released on October 19th, which was a couple days ago. It was on a Thursday, which is kind of annoying for me because Thursdays are my most difficult day, but I was kind of sick that day, so I didn't go to school or work, and I ended up streaming it that night at like 8 o'clock, and it took me 3.5 hours to get through it. Played the whole episode all at once because who doesn't do that? And so I'll be showing excerpts of that stream throughout the video. Like if I'm referencing something that happened throughout the episode, then I'll just put in a clip from my stream just so you guys know what it's from. And of course, I'm gonna have to give a spoiler alert because I'm gonna be talking about things that happened throughout the entire episode. So if you haven't played it and you plan on playing it, I suggest clicking on this video and maybe returning after you played it, because this is just basically like a discussion of everything that happened in the episode and my reaction to it. Not a review, just reaction. So I'm gonna kind of go by memory in chronological order from the beginning to the end. We start off getting suspended from fucking school. There was a backtalk fight between Chloe and Principal Wells, and I don't know what would have happened if I won it, but I didn't win because I suck at that for some reason. So I ended up getting suspended and Rachel couldn't be the star of the play. Basically, I just ruined everything like within the first couple minutes of the episode, so that was awesome. I don't know what would have happened if I had won the backtalk thing, but I feel like I would have had to have gotten kicked out of school anyway, no matter what. Maybe. I don't know about Rachel getting kicked out of the play though. Like, I don't know if that had to happen or if it could have gone either way. If you have played this and you've made some different decisions, please let me know. I've also been watching some people stream it, and seeing the way that they make their decisions is really interesting. Anyway, David is still being a dick and Joyce is still being a pushover, so I, as a result, am an angsty teen. By the way, when I say I'm talking about Chloe because when I'm playing, I feel like it's me playing, not Chloe. I feel like I'm Chloe. I don't know if that makes any sense, and I don't know if you guys ever do that. So Chloe starts fixing up the old truck in the junkyard, which is, I believe, the same truck that was in Life is Strange, like the original game. So I think she eventually, you know, gets it to work. And apparently I missed the beanie. Like, in order to unlock the last bonus outfit or something, I was supposed to find a beanie somewhere, and I don't know where it was, or I must have missed it. So I do not have access to that outfit unless I replay it, which I probably will at some point. And now Rachel and Chloe are like best friends, which I mean, it just doesn't really make sense to me. Like, the pacing of their relationship doesn't make sense. They literally didn't even know each other like the day before, or 2 days before. And then all of a sudden they skip school together and now they're like besties. Oh, and the fire is still going on. Can't forget about that. Rachel just casually set the entire damn town on fire, and like in the background of all the scenes you can see the freaking smoke like billowing up. And no one knows that Rachel did that, but she did. It's pretty fucked up. So Frank calls Chloe and wants him to get money from Drew, which is the big tough football player. And then we see baby Pompidou, and it was really cute, and I'm really happy that I didn't kill him in the first game, because there was an option in the first game to like throw something in the road that he would go after and then he would get hit by a car, I think. But I didn't do that because I am not a cruel bitch, and he's really cute as a puppy. Oh, and that weird lady that was kissing Rachel's dad in the first episode, she just shows up out of nowhere, comes out of Frank's trailer, gives me a death glare, like if looks could fucking kill, and then she just leaves, like. And so I had to do like a backtalk thing with Frank to try and get to know who she is, and I won that one, so I learned her name, and it's Sarah, only not spelled Sarah the way that you would think, but it's S-E-R-A, kind of weird. Apparently she's like causing trouble, and that's really all I know so far. So Chloe ends up going back to Blackwell because she needs to go get the money from Drew. He owes like $1,000 to some guy named Damon, and I'm assuming Damon is just like a big drug lord. And we come across Steph, which I think is hilarious because there's a character named Steph. My name is Steph. She's a lesbian. I'm a lesbian. She plays Dungeons and Dragons. I don't, but I mean, basically Steph is trying to make a move on Rachel, and she was asking Chloe if they were like a thing because she wasn't trying to, you know, be a homewrecker, I guess. And I think that that's kind of funny that literally they've known each other for 2 days and now people already think that Chloe and Rachel are a thing. But I chose the option that said, oh, I don't know if we're a thing or not. Like, I could have just said that Rachel was single, but I didn't because I ship Chloe and Rachel. So then I manipulated the janitor to get into the dorms, and I feel kind of bad about it because he was like giving me a real heart-to-heart, and I just wasn't really having it. And then I snooped in Elliot's room, which if you remember who Elliot is, he was in the first episode of Before the Storm, and apparently he like dated Chloe. So obviously I don't fuck with him because I ship Chloe and Rachel, not Chloe and Elliot. I snooped around in his room and we find that he is writing poetry about Chloe. Kinda cute, but also kinda weird. Definitely loves her. Oh, and I rejected him yet again because I'm a firm believer that Chloe is a lesbian. I might be biased, but I mean, whatever. He wanted to ask me again to go to the Tempest, and I said no. And then I went into Drew's room and cracked the code for the safe with a little help though. I was looking all over the place for clues, and I got so close to finding the clue, but the actual clue ended up being Mikey's birthday, which is like, it was like 12/27 or something. I put Mikey's birth year, and that didn't work, and then I didn't want to like run out of tries, so when I was streaming I asked someone who had previously played the game. His name is Lawrence. If you haven't subscribed to him, you should go subscribe to him. He told me the answer, and so then I got the money, and then Mikey walked in, and it was really fucking awkward because like, how do you explain just being in some random dude's room after you've been expelled, you don't even know him, and you're a girl? And then out of nowhere Drew and Damon show up, and Damon is like trying to get the money, and for some reason Drew isn't giving the money. Like, he has the $1,000, it was in his safe, and for some reason, like, I guess he needs the money for something else, but he's not giving the money, and so he shuts the door to the room, leaving me and Mikey in the room. And there was an option to either stay with Mikey or to open the door and give Damon the money. I chose to give Damon the money because it sounded like Damon was about to kick Drew's ass, so as a result Mikey broke his arm, but Lawrence told me that he picked the other option, which is to stay with Mikey, and he said that the outcome was worse, even though I don't know what the outcome was. And then somehow Chloe ends up being in the fucking play. Like, she went from being suspended to starring in the play. Well, she wasn't really starring in it, she was just kind of covering for someone who couldn't get there because of the fire, I think. And Rachel got to be in the play because she fucking drugged Victoria. I guess she put like sleeping pills in her drink or something, because I failed the back talk with Victoria because I was trying to intimidate her from being in the play and tell her to stop, basically. That didn't work, so Rachel just fucking drugged her. And then Chloe was in the play, and she looked so ridiculous, but it was so great. And then while Chloe and Rachel were on stage together, Rachel did this like weird improv thing where she was basically asking Chloe to run away with her. It wasn't really obvious if you were just a random person watching the play, but if you knew the situation, then you would be like, oh shit, that's sexual tension though. But it gets better. So after the play, Rachel and Chloe are just walking down the street together at night, and I get the option to hold her hand. Just that alone was making me scream internally. And so then Rachel starts talking about how she wants to run away with Chloe and shit. And Chloe wants to. Like, you can tell that Chloe wants to, but she has like fucking abandonment issues because first of all, Max is a bitch. Max just fucking dropped off the face of the earth, never texted Chloe again. Second of all, Chloe's dad. Like, of course it wasn't his fault that he got hit by a car and died, but still, it was the fact that she lost someone. It makes her unwilling to latch on to others because, you know, she's afraid of losing them, which is completely understandable. So obviously Chloe is like, oh, you know, if you don't go through with this, I'm gonna be destroyed, basically. And then Rachel asks Chloe what it would take to make her believe that she's legit. And then there's the option to kiss her. Yes, you heard me right. I could kiss her. I barely even looked at the other options. I don't even remember what they were. I think one of them was like a tattoo or something. Like, who gives a fuck? Obviously, I'm gonna pick kiss. Who the hell wouldn't? And honestly, it was just so magical, so I'm just gonna stick in my uncut reaction to it right here.
Chloe, what would it take to convince you?
Guys, I think we all know what I'm gonna pick. A kiss.
How about?
Oh my god, she's so cute.
Oh.
Oh. Oh my god, there's a huge spider on my wall right now. That's ruining the moment.
Is that convincing?
I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, I can't. Oh my god. I'm like trying so hard to like contain myself right now. This is what I was looking for in this game. Yeah, I definitely got more than I bargained for here. Dontnod knows what I want. Anyway, she took me to her house because she wanted to leave that night. And I mean, this whole like running away thing, it's just one of those things that you want to do, and then when you actually do it, it's not as magical as you think it will be. And I think Chloe kind of knows that, but she's just going along with Rachel because she's already getting attached to Rachel. So we're going to her house, and then we run into her fucking cancerous parents. Literally, they're the most stone cold people you'll ever meet. And I get to stay for dinner. Yay. They're both like socially challenged. So it's all fun and games until I attack Rachel's dad for being a fucking cheater. I could initiate a backtalk battle with him, and I did, and I won. So I basically turned everyone against him. And he's like, you know, denying the fact that he's a cheater, but literally we saw him. We literally saw him kissing that Sarah bitch. And then he says that the person he was kissing, which was Sarah, is Rachel's mom. When I heard that, I was like, what? Literally, that made no sense to me. If Sarah is Rachel's mom, then who's Rachel's actual mom? And how does that justify him kissing Sarah? Like, I mean, I would understand if they were a thing like way before and they had Rachel and then Rachel's dad just like remarried and whatever. It's weird that they never said anything about it, like if that was the case. It just doesn't make sense to me, so I'm waiting for the third episode to hopefully clear that up. But literally, the part that stuck with me the most, of course, was the fact that Chloe and Rachel made out. In the first game, their relationship was kind of just implied. Like, you knew that they were very close, and if you're someone like me, you would just be like, oh, they definitely were, like, you know, dating. But nothing was actually confirmed until now, and now all my hopes and dreams are true. But this literally just makes everything worse in the long run. We can't forget what happened in the fucking first game, right? Spoiler alert again for the first game. Like, if you haven't played the first game, I'm gonna spoil it right now, so click away. Have we all forgotten that Rachel dies? Literally the part in the first game where Chloe has to dig up Rachel, like after I'm like legit getting emotional right now. Like when that scene happened, when Chloe was digging up Rachel in the junkyard, I mean, it was really sad then, before I knew their entire backstory. But now, after seeing how their relationship unfolds and the fact that they used to hang out in the junkyard, and now we know, like at least in my case, they were like an actual thing, it just makes everything so much fucking worse. I'm trying not to think about what eventually happens, but it's hard. Like, I'm so invested in this Chloe and Rachel relationship right now. I mean, in the first game, I shipped Chloe and Max because I played as Max and I loved Chloe, so I was like, kiss. But now after playing this game, like literally fuck Max. She was a bitch. Who even cares about her these days? I mean, apparently Chloe does because she writes her journal entries to her all the time, which is fucking stupid. When Before the Storm came out, everyone said that Rachel was a bitch, and honestly, I don't think so. She may be irrational and maybe she has like some kind of bipolar thing going on, but I don't think she's a bitch. I just wish that she wouldn't have to fucking die and break Chloe's heart. Can you imagine how horrible that must be for Chloe? She lost her dad, she lost Max, and then she finally found someone who she actually liked being with and someone who actually wanted to run away with her, and then she fucking dies, and so she's alone again. And I mean, I guess it's good that Max eventually comes back and they become friends again, but literally Chloe's backstory is pretty fucked up. Why am I so invested in this game? Oh my god. Honestly, even though it's so dramatic, I just love it. It's the only game that I've played that has lesbian main characters, or at least two girls who are in a relationship and who are not just friends. And honestly, it like means so much to me personally because it's representation, and you don't see that a lot in media and stuff. I mean, it's getting better with like people becoming more open-minded and stuff, but it really just means a lot to me, and that's probably why I love this game so much. It just hits me right in the feels. But yeah, I can't wait to play episode 3, even though it's the last one, except the bonus episode, but I think you have to play as Max, so I just wanted to make another Let's Talk About It video because I did that after the last episode. You can go check it out if you want. The link will be in the description. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I love everyone who watches my videos. If you liked it, then please give a thumbs up. And if you didn't, then why are you even still watching? Subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.